All right, we're live. And it looks like the mic's doing the, thing with the gain. So you can hear me. Maybe. Cool. My name's Jared O'Leary. I've been drumming for over 20 years now. And I still have a lot to work on. So I'm practicing today. I'm going to show you how I do that and kind of narrate out loud some of the things that I work on and some things that I focus on when it comes to drumming. But I'm going to focus on tenors today. So I'm going to work on some crossovers. So I'll be using the tenor pad to do that. But first I'm going to warm up and then do a little stretch. And then I'll get into that work. Cool. So that's the goal today. I'm not going to do drum kit, which was my original plan. But I was like, I haven't set this up in a while. I honestly need to practice this. So hopefully next weekend I'll do a drum kit stream along with some chop stuff. So let's warm up. And we're going to warm up with some diddles. So, by the way, I'm on my website. It's at the top of the screen, jaredoleary.com, and right up that way. And yeah, so if you just go to jaredoleary.com/drum, it's like almost 1,000 hours worth of free drumming content and play-alongs and whatnot. So check it out. I'm in the technique stuff. I'm taking a look at the triplet diddle variations. And I'm going to do just like the standard 2-count version. Like this is what Blue Devils used to play. And I'm going to start at 190, and I'll go to 194, and then I'll do a little stretch massage, all that fun stuff, and then I'll do 195 to 200, and that I'll kind of use as my warm-up just to get the blood flowing and whatnot. So we'll see if that's enough. So, full screen. Scroll down a wee bit. Descriptions, and we're going to go to 190. Hopefully it's loud enough. We'll find out. I haven't played yet today. Woo! It's brisk. Last time for right now. Stop. All right, cool. Let's stretch. We're joined today, by the way, by Minnie. She's sleeping right by the drum kit. I don't think you can see her. Oh, wait, you can. She's right here on the screen. She decided to join me for this stream. She wasn't really on the camera last one. All right, let's do... What is this one? That. You can see my overhead cam stand. That right there is the counterweight, so it doesn't fall over on me. Cool, so we're going to stretch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold my sticks. I do the same stretch routine every single time. It's something that I've learned from like hand specialists, from massage therapists, just all sorts of drum instructors, just to try and keep my hands nice and healthy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold the sticks like this. You take one, you move it in. Take the other, you follow it in. And then you push it out. So it's like upside down. And this is a good stretch. I'm a little sore from yesterday, having, not drummed in a while. Woo-wee. It's like 2 months, something like that, since I had last drummed yesterday. So life gets in the way of things sometimes. And death, unfortunately. All right, so I'm going to stretch out the tendons, and I'm going to do it on the wall this time. So you could do it like this. You could do it like I did yesterday, like this. But instead, I'm going to do it on the wall. And so depending on what angle you have, higher or lower is going to change how much it stretches. Now, when you do this, you don't want to, like, push on it, like put your full body weight into it. No, that's how you shred things. You don't want to shred things. That's bad. Okay, so let's stretch. So So again, go higher and lower on it, and that's going to change how much you get for your stretch. Now I'm going to stretch the top side of the forearms, the tattoo side. And so yesterday I did it just like this. But again, I'm going to demonstrate it on the wall. For this one, if you want a deeper stretch, go up higher on the wall. So it's the opposite of the other one. If you want a less deep stretch, just go a little bit lower. So let's do this. Whenever you do this, it's just a hold. So you're just holding it there. You're not like, like trying to jerk it. Nope, don't do that. That's bad. Okay, so now I'm going to stretch the fingers. So I'm doing the thumbs. Just trying to get nice and relaxed. It's like yoga for your hands. Okay, so now we're doing the next one. Each finger is going to be a little bit different each day. Some days you're going to need more or less time spent on each stretch. Like the middle finger isn't as tight as the index finger for myself. For today at least. Cool. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to massage. So I'm massaging with the underside with the fingers, and then I'm massaging with the thumb up on top. And just getting nice and relaxed. That was nice and relaxed. Sometimes you need to get up into like the tricep and the bicep and like loosen up here, or maybe even into the shoulders. It really just depends on like how tight you are. Oh, yeah. A little sore up here. There we go. Get nice and relaxed, Jared. Cool. Now let's do the other hand. Oh, tighter up here. I see some birds chasing each other. Okay, bye. They didn't like that I was talking about them on stream. Sorry. And now I feel like I'm going to sneeze. Resist. Don't give in. Focus on stretch. Or the massage, rather. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to massage the palm with the thumb and then the back of the hand with the fingers. And so I'm just going through and massaging there. And then this is a good spot for the thumb. Or the back side like this. Get it nice and relaxed. And then massage from the base to the tip of the fingers. So you usually do this 2 times, sometimes 3 times. And so we're just trying to loosen up all of our fingers. And you'll notice that with the stretch routine, I start from the top, the center of my body, or the upper body, and work my way down the arm. And the reason for that is because if you start massaging right here, but you're still tight up here, like the tension is just going to carry its way down into your arms. At least that's what I found. So I'm intentionally trying to work my way toward the fingertips. And this is why I massage them last. So FYI, that's why I'm doing this. Okay. Now I'll do it the other way. And by the way, if you're wondering, how is it that Minnie is asleep while I am doing a drumming stream? Well, she's basically deaf. Like, she can hear some higher pitch sounds, like if you whistle and you do it fairly loud, but in general, she can't hear. So, she don't know I'm streaming right now, or drumming. All right, almost done. After I do my stretch and massage routine, I like to go back into whatever I'm doing. In this case, the triplet diddle with 2 count variation. And then I like to just try and push it a little bit faster than I was doing. Sometimes intentionally trying to find that breaking point where I just completely chop out and it just goes blah. And yeah, just to kind of push my hands and my brain to think a little bit faster. Let's go back to this screen. And let's try it. 195 to 200. Gotta press play on this screen. All right. it's soft. Higher height. Ew. Let's try that again. Two more times. Last ret. Sweet. Check out these links below, and there's nothing there. Oh, here we go. Look at that. I was like, I need to fix that. Should probably fix the timing of it. Cool. All right, so that was a good warm-up. Let's go back. I just had a flashback. When I was saying let's go back, I had a flashback to a song in middle school. You weren't allowed to pick your electives, and they forced me to do this like musical thing where you had to sing. And we did like a song called Let's Go to the Hop. Oh, baby. And yeah, I could not sing. I still don't like singing. I hated the class, but for whatever reason, when I said let's go back, I thought of that. Sorry, PTSD apparently. I say that in jest. People who actually have PTSD, I feel for you. I've had similar experiences. It's no fun. Okay. Let's work on tenors. So I'm going to switch sticks. So these are my heavier Ralph Hardiman sticks. They're the hammers in particular, so they are much heavier than normal Hardimans. And what I want are tenor sticks, which are downstairs. I have them on the treadmill. I have a tenor pad on the treadmill, and I use that when I walk. Like sometimes on my breaks during the day, I'll just kind of like work on stuff. So I'll be back. I gotta go get that. Be right back. I'm back. By the way, if you ever want to know what kind of sticks I'm using, or even pads, or any kind of equipment, it's down here. So if you go all the way down, whee, and you go to gear I use, that's where you can see, oh, what sticks Jared using, etc. So these are the Hardiman tenor sticks. So they're shorter. They've got a bigger bead, so a bigger tip. And yeah, they're better for tenors because of that. So this just makes it better for crossovers with the length and then with the sweeps and whatnot. So anyways, today I'm going to work on diddles and roll timing crossover. So we're going to go here. Diddle timing. And we're going to scroll down. Let's start at a slow 60. You can go all the way down to 40 or as fast as 200. I'm going to do 60, and this probably won't go good. We'll find out. So I'm going to do crossovers. My ring is hitting the left stick on the crossovers. mastered that out. Whoops. Now I'm going to do the crossovers this way. So all the accents will be here. All the taps will be on drum 1. I need to stay relaxed on the accents. I'm a little too harsh or heavy on them. Just need to pull them back, let them do their thing. Ew. Almost forgot the diddle there. And just for funsies, I'm going to try the crossovers on every accent. So all the rights will be here, all the lefts will be here. I don't know. We'll see how this goes. Keep hitting my ring on that left-hand crossover. That's interesting. It's only on the crossover. Woo! Thought I was gonna hit my foot. Oops. At least I was relaxed with my technique, right? Sweet. Okay, so yeah, when I'm doing this, I'm specifically focusing on trying to stay nice and relaxed for these accents. Whatever it is, the pattern is that I'm doing, and I'm having a tendency, even when I was just demonstrating that, to be a little bit too harsh. I just need to pull back. I don't need a Conan. I just gotta stay nice and relaxed and just simply transfer it over to the next drum with the least amount of distance as possible. I don't want to be like, and then all of a sudden go way over here. Just trying to do stick over stick crossover and stay nice and loose. And keep the taps nice and low on the interior spaces. Okay, let's try speeding this up a bit. We'll see how it goes. I'm gonna go to 70. So I'm gonna do each of those 3 variations. And I'll even do it on just drum 2 first. And then I'll speed it up 10 at a time until I find my breaking point. So playing on drum 2 is extremely helpful in terms of trying to get it so that you have consistency with your accents and taps before you worry about crossovers. Talking, by the way, will mess you up, most likely. It messes me up all the time. I'm trying to get better at it. I don't want to just play. But by speaking, it really messes with my playing. Like that. Too harsh on the accents. Relax. Relax. Drum yoga. Okay, let's try this again. But this time, we're going to do it so that the left hand's doing the crossovers. Those interior notes were a little fuzzy. That's what I was focusing on. Cool. Right hand crossovers. Ew. Early. This is a little better. I'm still too heavy on the accents. Okay, let's try every accent as a crossover. And then we'll try every tap as a crossover. That was a joke. We're not going to do that. Trying to make subtle adjustments here while I'm playing. So just refine. Okay. Yeah, so one of the things that I was noticing when I was doing the accents, all of them as crossovers, was that the interior notes on this were kind of like going like this. So I would move my right hand over, and this one would slide over, and then when I move my left hand over, the right hand would slide over as well. And so it would kind of create some inconsistencies in the taps because it was just constantly doing this kind of motion. But what I want to do instead is just make it so that when I hit the accent, this hand does not move to get out of the way. The accent is the one that's doing the work. And so the interior notes are staying on the two different zones, one for the right bead, one for the left bead, and not kind of like switching over to each other's. That's what I was focusing on. Cool. Let's speed this up. Let's go to 80. We're going to go until I sound bad, which I probably should have stopped at 60. All right, we're doing all on drum 2 right now. late. Slurred. Let's do left-hand crossovers. So all the accents are on drum 3. Oops. Started playing measure 3. Forgot a diddle. I'm really focusing on this right-hand interior note. Trying to not make it move. Ah! That's better. Talking messed me up on that other line, and right here. You'll notice that I try to save it for the easier the rhythms, like the check, because I'm still not great at it. When I used to teach drum lines, which I did for like a decade, I would stop and talk. Wouldn't really talk while I was playing. But when you're on actual drums, you can't really hear it. Can't really adjust the gain to 2 different levels like I can with these 2 different microphones. So you can actually hear me while I'm playing. Ew. Focusing on the left. Slurred. Ew. Okay. Double crossover. So every accent crossover. Whoops. Focusing on those interior notes. Whoa. Almost lost the stick. Told you, been playing a long time. Still have a lot to work on. Alright, let's try speeding her up. 90. So my interior notes were better. So this time when I play through this, starting at 90, I'm going to focus on the accents, just keeping them nice and light. So we'll see how that goes. Drum 2 only. Phone alarm went off. Too heavy on the accents. Relax. Don't slur it out though while you relax. Ew, I slurred those too. Okay. Let's try this. Accents on 3. Wrong pattern at first. I'm gonna switch to the accent pattern. Which drum is gonna be on? It's gonna be one of those practice sessions, apparently. Alright, all the accents on drum 2. All the taps on drum 1. If you're following along, great. If this gets too fast, that's okay. Slow it down. You can play along at your own speed. It's on my website. Best way to sort through it is my feed is a mess. I release like 7 videos a day, most of them shorts. So that's a terrible way to try and find these drumming exercises. So instead, jaredoleary.com/drum, nearly 1,000 exercises. Ew! 1,000 hours of content, almost. I think I'll get to 1,000 hours in the next week or 2. I forget. I have a chart for it. Accent, everything. Crossover, everything is what I meant to say. This one's gonna give me some difficulty faster we go with it. Better. Funny how I say that. Spoke too soon. All right. Bing bong. Let's go to 100. So all of the accents as crossovers is going to give me some difficulty from like here on out. It's harder. But right now we're doing all on drum 2. 1. I can count. I think I've been calling it drum 2 the entire time. This is drum 1, folks. I swear, I know what I'm doing. I'm still in Elden Ring mode right now, I guess. I tried streaming right before this. Crossovers. Woo! Alright, all the accents on drum 2, all the tops on drum 1. slurred out diddle there on the left. Crushed the diddle on the right. Whoops. All right. All the accents crossed over. Oops. I almost tried the next line. My bad. Told you, 100 and above, gonna get me. Let's take a mental break for some water. An ASMR experience by Jared O'Leary. Minnie, do you want to say hi? Gotta give her extra attention now that all of her friends are dead. Okay. Let's do this faster. We'll see how it goes. Doggo. Hey, Taco. Right. You know, Taco, with all these drum streams you've watched, one of these days, I'm gonna convert you into a drummer. The accents. Whoa. That was rhythmically a bit off. All right, left hand crossovers on drum 3. You. Cool. Right hand crossovers. All right, everything accent-wise crossover. That's how you do it. So you notice when I'm doing this that I will typically just stay in my normal playing position, but sometimes I will like angle my body so I can see my hands from a different angle. And so when I'm doing that, I'm trying to focus on what my hands look like from the different angles. So I want to make sure that when I'm doing these crossovers that I'm not changing my wrist by going more flat, like more of a Germanic grip or more of a French grip where I get my thumb up. I want to keep it at this like nice like slope, like it's a American grip. So those are the three main grip different types. So that's what I'm focusing on when I'm doing these different angles, just to like see, okay, how does it look from here? Like how do the fingers look? Because when you're, whatever grip you're using, like if you're using French grip, you can't really see the sides. So it's good to sometimes like look and go, oh, how does that look from that angle? Or sometimes they'll even look at the camera, like the screen, to see how is it looking from that particular position. So whenever you're working on this stuff, it's good to get different angles, whether you use a mirror, whether you look like this, or use like some kind of a camera and like position it into a different position each time that you're working on your playing. Cool. Let's speed this up. The all crossover on the accents, not so great. That's okay. I'm here to practice. All on drumline. Okay. Fairly comfortable. Accents, everything on 3. My right hand's moving too much on the, when it's being crossover. I need to focus on moving more with the left. So it gets all the way over without having to have the right hand move too much. Right, every accent on 2. Mike's in the way. Okay, every accent crossover. Oops. Wrong pattern. Honestly, not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Not too bad, not too shabby. With the all accents as crossovers, went better than I thought it would at this speed. So I'm wondering what my breaking point is going to be with this, but I also want to work on the 5-stroke version of this. So like it has a 5-stroke on 1, a tap 5, and then outside 5s. So I'm going to do that next with these different crossover variations. But let's see. I'm thinking 140 is probably going to be my like fall apart speed at this point. So stay tuned, folks. We'll find out. Speed up too. 130. And then we'll try 140. Accents here. Ew. Ah. Let's try it again, folks. Here we go. Line 2. A little better. Ugh. Crush out those right-hand diddles on the underside. Alright, all the accents on 2. This is better than the other one. Okay, let's try this. All crossovers. Slowing down. Better than I thought. Whoops. Are slow. All right. Yeah, 140 is definitely gonna woo-wee be difficult. Let's try it. Why not? So it's been 50 minutes so far in this stream, and you'll notice that the bulk of my time has been focused on slower speeds, and I'm slowly getting faster. And then when I get into the 5-stroke variation of this, I'm gonna slow back down again. The majority of my playing is spent going slow, and honestly, even though I was starting at 60, I was doing that mainly because I wanted to make sure I got through both of these. Like, I got 40 more minutes that I plan on, at most, streaming for. And so I want to spend the majority of my time on the slower speeds. If I really wanted to just focus on this, I'd go all the way down to 40 on this and just focus on that. So, highly recommend slowing things down. But instead of 40, I'm going to do 140. Is this the correct one? No, I don't think so. All 4 of the variations. Here we go. All on drumline. All the accents, drum 3. Crushing the left-hand crossover diddles. Left-hand accent isn't as high as the right. That was better. Ah! Crush that. Let's try it over here. Drum 2. Crushing the left hand, interior notes. Cool. All accents, crossovers. Yikes. This is hard. Woo-wee. Okay. Not great, but I learned something from it. So I was learning that I would crush the left-hand diddles when they were crossing over, and then I was having some issues in terms of the consistency of the interior notes. I tended to crush some of the right-hand diddles when they were underneath, like that. So, yeah. All right, cool. So I spent a good amount of time working on one specific thing, and the way that I was working on this was isolating it out. So I did just all vertical, so all on one drum. Then, okay, I'm only going to do the accents on drum 3 and my taps on drum 1, so that makes it so that I can focus on isolating out the left-hand crossovers and work on that. Then I flip that, so that it's on drum 2 and drum 1, so that all my right-hand crossovers are being worked on. And then I did it so that I did right hand, left hand were all crossovers while doing that. So it's good to isolate out stuff like that and not just work on like both crossovers simultaneously. Just focus on doing one at a time so you can make sure that the hand that's underneath is staying in the correct position and that you're hitting in the correct location with the hand that crosses over. Pro tip. Okay, let's go back. And back. And cool. We're gonna go to technique exercises, and we're gonna do this one, 5-stroke roll timing. And whoop. Just for funsies, I'm gonna go up a lot faster. We're gonna do double crossover. Because this is slow. I'm like reacting. It's not. Whoops. I did inverted diddles. Talking really messes me up when I play this slow. Tap 5 variations, so this part is slurred. Okay, now that I'm not talking, I'm better. You want to be able to immediately jump to the next precise rhythmic interpretation. Slurred out. Whoops. Not sure what happened there. To be completely honest, I don't know what went on. Cool. Yeah. So a lot of that was just like mistakes because I was trying to narrate out some things while I was playing, and that's to be expected. All right, so we're going to speed this up, and let's go to 70. And I might go up by 15s to make sure I still have time to chop out. I like to end my streams by chopping out, just kind of having fun and pushing my hands to play beyond their current limits. Drum 2. All the accents on drum 3. Another way you could do this is change patterns for every single line. So I could, or every measure, like this, but I'm isolating it out so I just focus on one thing. Trying to figure out what's going on with my right. Like that. I totally had a brain fart there. Yeah, so what I was trying to figure out is like what is going on with this hand, and what I think is happening is my left hand is not getting over enough, which is why I'm hitting my stick on that. So I'll pay attention to that next time. Anyways, now we're gonna do accents on 2. Okay, now all of them as accents with crossovers. Whoops. Forgot a diddle. Oops. Forgot. I went to check pattern. My bad. Some of those interior notes are still moving. But that's why I'm practicing. Mental break. So back when I used to teach drum lines, this was many years ago. It's like a decade ago. More than a decade ago. Wow. I feel old. Okay. So back when I used to teach drum lines, there would come a point where when we'd be repping something, you could just kind of see like the eyes glaze over and people just kind of like checking out mentally. And so we kind of just like stop, like I am right now, tell a little bit of a story, maybe some jokes, just kind of like, hey, what are you doing this weekend, etc. Yeah, you're drumming? Okay, me too. And then we'd get back into the exercise. And that kind of like little couple minute like refresher really helped to make it so that we could get back and focus again, because there's just a point where with diminishing returns where you just like, when again the eyes are glazed over, you're not really focused, like the mistakes are mental. It has nothing to do with your hands. So why keep working on it when it's only going to exacerbate the situation by just continuing to hammer it in? So just take a little mental break. After you're refreshed, come back, work on it. Another thing you can do is actually just work on something else. So like, cool, we just did this. Let's take a mental break by actually shifting focus to something else, and then we'll come back to this after a while, and then that can help. Excuse me, hiccup. Okay, let's speed your up. Looking at the time, I'm actually going to go to 90, so I'm going to jump up at 20s. Let's have this. I think 130 is going to be my max out for all of this. This one's harder. Bad attack. All right. Let's do it on drum 3. Ew. All the accents on drum 2. Okay. I'll accents. Right hand on here, left hand on here. Helps to think of the distinct rhythms that each one of these patterns is going to have, so you can immediately jump to it. I hit my knuckle. Ow. On one of these crossovers. Ooh-wee. Yeah, so on one of the left-hand crossovers, just right on the knuckle right there. Well, I guess right above it, right here. That hurt. Cool. Jared, why'd you do that to yourself? Okay. What would that be, 110? I don't know how this is gonna go, to be honest. If I hit my knuckle somewhere, I'm gonna have to just go, alright, cool, we're chopping out. All on drumline. Ew. Ew. There we go. Took a while. You'll notice I get bored with tap-offs. Heard too many of them. Done too many tap-offs in my lifetime. So I just kind of make up stuff. I forgot the pattern. Hit the stand right here. Okay, so where I'm messing up is actually on the 5 strokes. So the 5 strokes, it's not the rhythm that's messing me up, it's actually the sticking, which is interesting. I don't know, like, you just gotta think of, okay, it's measure 3 of each line, just slur it out. Ew. Okay, let's try it with crossovers. Here's a weird one. That was better. Yay! Jared can be taught. It's weird speaking in third person. Accents on 2. Honestly, I'm not even sure why I'm doing the third person thing. Is it to make it so that you get to know who I am? But my name's like at the top of your screen. So I don't need to do that. I don't know. Still figuring out this whole stream thing. Alright, all the crossovers. Here we go. Slurred out there and a little late. Yikes. Alright, we're gonna try this at 130. We'll see how it goes. Stay tuned. We'll find out. 130. Minnie, wish me luck. Can't see her. My dog. Right there. Right there. Ah! No. No. Bad Jared. Try it again. No. I forgot the pattern. I don't know why these 5-lets are so weird for me. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Okay. My brain is almost done. It knows it's the end of the stream. Alright. Accents here. Man, these third ones are just ugh. It's alright, it gives me data for things I can work on next time. I almost lost my stick. I almost lost my stick again. Okay, final time. All crossovers. This one's hard. Better than I thought it would go, to be honest. Still plenty to work on, but cool. Alright, so I worked on the thing I wanted to. Put these away. Jink. I have sheathed my sword. Pull out my next katana. Katana. Guess would be the proper pronunciation. Katana. Okay. Goodbye, full screen. Let's go back here. So, I want to chop out... Do I want to do one of the, like, couple hundred grid variations? No. Do I want to do one of the stick control variations? No. You know what? I'm going to do the one that I did yesterday. I like 5/4 VK shopping spree. Make this big. Go right here. Velvet Knights 5/4. Oh yeah, I did it at 130 last time. Let's start at 120. It's gonna be quick. Haven't played with these heavy sticks in like an hour. bad diddles. Not too bad. My left hand's a little blah on some of the diddles. Let's try where it was yesterday. Oh, 130. It's fast. 130. Why do I have this to go up to 160? If anyone can play it at 160, please show me. I'd love to see that. That'd be sweet. Almost, actually. I missed a shot, and then my hand slid on the very last line, but otherwise, like, that was pretty close, considering how fast it was, and how heavy these sticks are. Cool, let's try 135. Try and find the breaking point today, which is faster than yesterday. I need a water break before I do that. This will definitely be the chop out point. I'm going to have to keep it low, keep things light. Like a souffle. Wish me luck, Minnie. She's still hanging out back there. Okay. 140. Just for fun. Heavy sticks. Faster than I can play. But it'll be fun. You won today, computer. Next time. All right, cool. So at the end of my streams, I like to share just some kind of my thoughts on how it went. If anybody's watching this, I do have the viewer count hidden, so I can't see you. But I can see if you type in the chat. So what I ask at the end of these streams is, what did you think of the quality of my drumming? And what did you think of the quality of the stream itself? Like, was I engaging? Was I educational? Was I informative? Was I not? Etc. And enjoy the shiny view of my head while I do this. Okay, so I have been going for 82 minutes. It is the morning, and I did drumming. And overall, the vibe, I think, was pretty focused. So I know I wasn't being as talkative or as goofy when I was just focusing on, like, 40 minutes of crossovers and whatnot. But hopefully that shows you, like, how you can actually practice this. I'm not just trying to demonstrate the things I'm good at. I'm trying to show you here's how I work on stuff and try and get some data. Okay, so the quality of the drumming. Not bad. Not bad. That's how you pronounce that when you have the capital N and O. Fun fact. Okay, so that was fine. It felt good overall. Learned some things. Did good. It was informative. Well, I appreciate it, Taco. Okay, so the quality of the stream in terms of like my own streaming was more goofy and fun. I think like towards the beginning and the end. And at the start, I almost said sat at the start, was focused more during like the middle of it. During, getting southern on you. Okay, so good, informative. I appreciate your feedback, Taco. Yeah, so if you are ever curious about like when I'm going to be doing these drum streams next, if anyone's watching this on YouTube like after the fact, when I am done streaming, if you go to here, the drumming page, under the lessons and tips, it has a link to when is my next stream, and that takes you to my stream calendar. So I'm not streaming again today. I should be on Fortnite tomorrow evening. Hello, Pope. Or is it Popex? On YouTube. In case anyone on Twitch is like, who's Jared talking to? Now you know. So I should be on Fortnite tomorrow night. Maybe with Dr. Neurolab. He might be too busy. So if anyone's watching and wants to join, squad up. Taco. Feel free to join. But the next drum stream I should do will be on Saturday morning and then Sunday. These times, by the way, are Eastern. So if you're interested in finding out when I'm streaming next, that's where you can go to figure that out. But thank you to anyone who stopped by. I hope you all have a good rest of your day. I need to go work on some video edits and whatnot, and then I'll maybe chat with you tomorrow evening if you decide.